Hi Pisces, welcome back to Lee's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to delve further into new love, right? By taking a look at you and your soulmate and looking at what is blocking the both of you from coming together, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Second. Okay, Pisces. Overall energy for this week's reading is the Judgment card, Scorpio energy. This is talking about a second chance. You want to have a second chance in love. I feel like your soulmate wants that as well. We got the Four of Cups showing up here up under that. This is talking about you being bored when it comes to your love life. You feeling like things not working out. I feel like you think all of the bad things that could possibly happen when it comes to love is, happens to you, okay? If it could happen to anybody else, it's you, So I feel like with this Four of Cups, this is Spirit telling you, you have to realize your thought process has a lot to do with what you experience when it comes to love, okay? It's about you getting your mind together, and I'm talking about all of us. We all need to do that. It's not just you. I'm not just focusing on you, okay? We've got the Eight of Wands showing up here. You've got communication coming in, okay? And it's coming in quickly because I'm being drawn to look at the wind. You see the wind of those things moving, because usually with the Eight of Wands, and I have a lot of different decks and there are a lot of different cards. Sometimes they're taking off. Sometimes they're flying through the air. And these are flying through the air, but you can tell at the angle that they're flying that they're about to land. So you have somebody coming in about to give you communication. And I do feel like it is your soulmate, okay? With the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like, you single as a Pringle. I feel like your person is as well. You are learning how to stand in your power and know your worth. And with the Hangman, Pisces energy, your energy, this is talking about you letting go of things that no longer serve you, looking at your life from a different perspective. That's how you get out of this Four of Cups energy, is by realizing what happened had to happen for you to learn what you needed to learn, but you are on to, newer and better things, okay? All right. Then we have the Knight of Swords showing up here. So this person is going to come in out of nowhere. They're going to sweep you off your feet, and it may be a situation to where, you're going to have to, it might shock you. It might scare you a little bit when this person comes in, because I feel like for a lot of you, you may be nearing, or if you haven't already given up, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and clarify the Judgment card. Yeah, see? Ooh, this is what I'm telling you. Look. You got somebody coming. It's the second card that's talking about messages, right? We just talked about this Eight of Wands here. They're saying the same thing. You have a message swiftly coming into your life. This is not going to apply to everybody. But for some of you, your person is about to appear, okay? This person is sitting in they're going through a period of solitude. They're working on themselves. Like I said, this person wants to be with you as much as you want to be with them, okay? But then we got the Rushing Things card. I went to pick this deck up in order to get a card, and it fell off the bottom of the deck. So Spirit is telling you, rushing through the romance, hit pause and let things simmer. Good things take time, and so does lasting love. Okay, I know some of you want to be with this person 10 years ago, right? But you heard what the card just said, right, Pisces? Good things take time, and you have to realize you are deserving of good things, okay? And so the fact that you are deserving of good things means that you have to look at it from that perspective. I just had a reading I did for Aquarius where I told them, and I'm going to tell you the same thing. You have to start to put yourself on that pedestal and say, okay, I'm the emperor, I'm the empress, and, people need to start treating me that way. And what I mean by that is that you sit and you allow your suitors to come towards you, right? You use your discernment, right, in order to figure out who deserves to have a chance to be in your life and who doesn't, because you still gonna have people. Spirit is gonna test you. There's gonna be people coming at you telling you all kind of shit because you look, you bright and shiny, you shining bright like a diamond, you working on yourself, you all shiny and new, and they gonna want you know, they're going to want some. I hear that there's a Van Halen song. Everybody wants some. I want some too. That's what I hear. So that's what's going to be going on. And so these people are going to be trying to come at you. And so you can't get distracted. You have to pay attention to who is coming towards you, the shit they're saying. You got to look at what they're doing to see if the two things are lining up. But what I'm wanting to tell you is that you will know when your soulmate is on the scene. You gonna know when they come in, because you will feel it energetically. You'll feel it, you know, through your intuition. You're gonna feel it. Your soulmate. I'm not your soulmate. Oh gosh, it's your soulmate, but your soul tribe. They're your soul tribe too. Your soul team. Your spiritual team is what I'm trying to say. Oh, get it together. Get it together, Leigh. Your soul. Oh my God, I can't. Let's try this again. 1, 2, 3. Your spiritual team is gonna give you hints and things like that to let you know that it is this person. But I feel like you know how you see those movies, and the person that's supposed to be with the two characters that are supposed to be together, when they lay eyes on each other for the first time, I feel like it's gonna be similar to that. You're gonna know that it's your person, and I'm saying that from experience, because when I saw my person for the first time, I knew it was my person, but I was kind of like doubting myself, because it was around the time we had, you know, I had just got out of this shit with the twin, right? So I'm just like, I'm kind of feeling this person, but I don't know, you know, I don't know if I'm doing that because I'm trying to turn my back on this other person, and I'm looking at this person to, you know how they say that, what's the thing they say, if the quickest way to get over somebody is to get up under somebody else, but that's not what I mean. Okay, that's not what I mean. I mean, like, kind of using the feelings you had, you know, in order to get over the feelings of the other person you had. You trying to you focusing on somebody else, that type of thing. I didn't want to do that. I don't want to do that to somebody, because I know what it's like. I've been on the other side of that, and I don't feel like anybody deserves that, to have somebody treat them like that. So I remember distinctly having a conversation with my spiritual team, with my guys, saying, okay, if this is the new person, which they confirmed that it was, I don't want to bring them into something where they could get fucking hurt, because I'm still feeling some shit for somebody else, because I don't feel like that's fair, you know? So I'm somebody that, even though I want to be with somebody 10 years ago too, I am not willing to run the risk of hurting somebody else's feelings or fucking up my own shit, or, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that. I don't want to have that type of carnage, you know, leave that type of carnage behind me, and, you know, in my damn wake when I'm moving on. I don't want to do that, because like I told you, I firmly believe in karma, and I know that it knows your address. So I'm saying all this to say, you're gonna know who this person is, okay? You're gonna know. It's not gonna be a thing where you're gonna be, you know, if you really pay attention, you listen to yourself, you listen to your intuition. That's part of it. That's why it's good for you to heal too, because when you heal yourself, it sharpens your intuition, okay? It's like the more you rely on your intuition, the sharper it gets. And when you are able to move all that other shit out of the way, the other things that you've experienced, that sharpens your intuition as well, okay? All right, so we got the busy lifestyle card coming up. I feel like you and this person together are going to have a busy lifestyle. Like I said, you may be traveling the world. You know, I feel like this person is a boss. You know, when you sit in your energy and your power and you know your worth, you are as well. And there's going to be a lot going on, okay? All right, let's see. Let me get another card for your person. Okay, so we've got painful past showing up here. It says the history between you is heavy. Neither of you knows how to put it down. You're trying to build a future while still bleeding from the past. I feel like this is both of you. Not that you together in a relationship, but in your respective past relationships. This is the outcome when you came out of it. When we all came out of it, this is what it is, okay? You're trying to move forward, but you still trying to stop the bleeding from what happened before, okay? All right, so when it comes to you, the card we have for you is the Three of Pentacles. So you ready to collaborate. You're ready to compromise and try, you know, to have a relationship with someone, okay? All right, let's clarify. So we have cosmic connection showing up here. It says this connection transcends time, space, and logic. You met in other lifetimes and in other dimensions. So, like I said, this is somebody that you come, I feel like you come into lifetimes with together, and that you got some type of pact that the two of you are going to meet, you know, and live out whatever, you know, amount of time, you know, you spend together. You know, whatever you agree upon, you're gonna live that out together. Okay, because we got the love card showing up for you. Okay, so let's pull some cards for your person. So with your person, they've gone through infidelity. It could have been a marriage. It could have been a committed relationship. It says you shouldn't have to compete for the love you've already committed to. No matter how sweet the apology, the trust has been irreversibly fractured. This person is one of those people where if you cheat on them, they fucking done. It's that type of stuff. So, you know, you got to be aware of what you're doing, okay? Because everybody's, you know, deal breakers are different, okay? And then you are this person's muse. I feel like you inspire them to be their best, okay? So when it comes to the cards we have for your person for this week, we have the Fool and we have the Seven of Cups. So this person has a lot of options. I feel like you do as well, because I told you you're going to have a lot of people coming at you, and that's why you're going to have to need, you know, you're going to need to use your discernment. We also have the Fool. I feel like this person has already made their decision on who they want, but they got people still in their face, okay? Because like I said, this person is somebody that's in high demand, okay? But they're wanting to take the leap of faith with you. They're ready to take the leap only with you. Okay, let's clarify. Yeah, so while, you know, you two are in separation, I feel like they don't like it any more than you like it, okay? Core values is showing up here. It says you may differ in details, but you agree on the non-negotiables. See, so this is going to be somebody that comes in, and when you come with your list that I tell you about you need to make, because you need to know what you want. It's like when you're looking for an apartment, or you're looking for a car, or you're looking for anything like that. And I don't mean to like use an inanimate objects in order to, because you know, we talking about people and being in relationships with people, but I'm just giving you an example. You don't go out to look for no damn car and don't know what the fuck you want, because you're gonna be mad. You're gonna end up being mad because you know how some of those salesmen are. Nothing against salesmen and nothing against sales, but their job is to sell cars, right? And so everybody got a story about how they went looking for something. It could be a piece of electronics, or it could be a vehicle. It could be a place. It could be anything where they went into the store or wherever with a salesperson, and then all of a sudden they end up getting shit that they didn't initially intended to get, okay? Or they got what they wanted and then got 2 or 3 other things that they didn't want, something like that. So I'm saying all this to say, how can you navigate a relationship and try to make it healthy if you don't even fucking know what you want? You got to figure that out. That's why this time apart, this separation is so important, Pisces, okay? So Spirit is saying also with this card, you don't have to reroute your values or override your instincts for them. This is going to be somebody that's going to work with what you want. So like I said, you're going to be on the same page when it comes to your non-negotiables, okay? So whatever it is you want, they're going to be okay with trying to deliver it to you, and they want you to be the same way, vice versa, okay? So when it comes to the energy between the both of you, oh, hold on, let me get your cards. I'm going to get some cards from you for their side, because I got some for them on your side. So yeah, you've been hurt, Pisces. You've been through a lot, and I get it. It makes you not want to move forward. It makes you not want to be intimate with someone, okay? But Spirit is telling you that's part of the process with this situation. That's part of the lessons you're learning, how to take situations like that where you've been, bamboozled and mistreated and you traumatized and stuff like that, how to take it and transmute that energy and turn it into something beautiful, turn it into something that works for you instead of against you, okay? So when it comes to the energy between the both of you, we have the Seven of Wands here. This is talking about, both of you standing your ground, like kind of, blocking, like not wanting to let the other person in, but it has to, somebody's gotta do it, because if you want this to work, that's why you gotta heal that shit. So you're not looking at this person, because I think it was Aquarius I told this. When you get into a relationship with somebody and you have not fully healed yourself, and that person does something to trigger you, you don't see the person. You don't see the person that like, say for instance, you was in a relationship with a soulmate, right? They do something that triggers you. You're not looking at them. You know who you're looking at? Jimmy John or fucking Peggy Sue from the past who did it to you the first time because you didn't heal it, right? So I'm saying all this to say, that's why you need to heal this stuff, because you see the old person and then all of a sudden you on autopilot. You like, okay, you fucking blah, 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 and all this stuff, but you're not really arguing with this person. You still arguing with the person from the past. So it's about putting all that old shit to bed so you can put this fucking wand down and be able to let people in who are worthy of having your time, attention. Okay? Time and attention. Let's clarify. Okay, so we have meeting someone new. This is your soulmate, right? They're coming through. They're coming in. And when it comes to your person, you know, they've got victim, you know, they've had a victim mentality, had, you know, these victim tendencies, and they're putting that to bed, letting that go, because they know in order to move on, that's what's gotta happen. So we have jealous control showing up here. It says it's okay to feel it, but it's not okay to let it poison the relationship. Either work on building trust or be honest about what's broken. So this person may have had issues, you know, with being possessive with other people, but it's because, you know, a lot of times when you with the wrong person, that person, some people, okay, let me say this, because we talking about like with your ex, because the both of you been through similar stuff. So I feel like it was a situation to where your soulmate had an ex that did the same type of shit that your ex did, where they pushed this person's buttons and did what they could to try to control them, try to get them to show them that they were okay with, you know, with the, show them that they, let me see how I can explain it. They pushed your person's buttons to get them to show them that they had feelings for them, instead of just saying, hey, you know, I love you, or I need you to tell me how you feel about me even more. Instead of just talking out and having the conversation, they doing shit to try to manipulate the person to make them, to get the outcome that they want, basically. Okay? All right. So let's move forward. Okay. Let me get one more card for you. Okay. So we've got secrets and lies showing up here for you. It says not everything here is what it seems. Lies, omissions, or double lies can be distorting the connection. So you had people that lied to you, kept secrets from you, and led double lives. Okay, so it's about both of you coming over, you know, overcoming the things you need to overcome in order to be open to this connection. Okay, so these last four cards we're going to look at the bottom of the read is, you know, are talking about what is actually blocking you and this person from coming together. Okay, so we have the Three of Swords here. We've got the Two of Pentacles. We've got the Chariot and the Four of Swords. So Spirit is telling you off the bat, okay, you've had your heart broken with the Three of Swords. And with the Four of Swords, there you are in need of healing, okay? With the Two of Pentacles, you know, you've been in situations where you've been juggling. This could also be you dealing with the aftermath of what happened in the connection with this other person, and you juggling things, you know, juggling your emotions and not really healing them, okay? Because I tell you all the time that sometimes we'll go through things where we really think we healing and we getting work done and stuff like that, and we ain't doing shit, okay? All right, so with the Chariot, Spirit is saying that if you can overcome these things that we just talked about, the Four of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles, with the Chariot, this is about you overcoming these obstacles and heading towards victory victory and success when it comes to this new love relationship. And this is Cancerian energy with the Chariot, okay? Let's clarify. Okay, so we've got, from your side, we have missing you, okay? So this could be, you know, this soulmate missing you. Could also be the ex missing you as well, okay? And then fixing what's broken. You've got some things that are broken in your life. I'm not saying you broken. I don't say that. But you have some things in your life that have been broken due to connections you've been in with other people. And like I told you, it don't have to just be romantic. It could be somebody in your fucking family. It could be some friends you've had, you know, some fucking toxic relationships you've had with friends. And it's about you fixing this stuff, okay? So that you can move on and be the beautiful person you are, Pisces, okay? And it's about you regaining control of your life. When you fix what's broken, that's what's going to happen. Oh, hold on. About to drop my cards on the floor. About to knock everything on the floor. Okay. Okay, so we've got the mixed signals card showing up here. It says, are they into you? Sometimes yes, sometimes no, sometimes even they don't know. Okay, so this is about you weeding out this type of shit, right? Somebody come to you and they don't know what the fuck they want. Next, okay? Because like I told you, there will be more than one person coming towards you. It won't just be the soulmate. It won't just be this ex-person. It's going to be some other people that Spirit's going to stick in there to see if you can really discern who's supposed to be with you and who's not. And it's about who treats you the best. I told you, we already had this conversation, right? We know what you bring to the table. We know you bring 100% of your love and your loyalty and, you know, all of those things to the relationship. We know that. So that aside, what are these people bringing to you? That's the question you need to start to ask yourself, okay? We have the happy family card showing up here. This is the Ten of Cups. It's saying you're creating or aligning with a family dynamic that's grounded in peace and mutual care. This is the kind of home that can heal generational wounds. So you and this person are going to come together and set a new precedent when it comes to, you know, moving on further generations. There's not going to be the dysfunction and the shit that went on with you. That's you're shutting all that shit down when you get into this relationship, this healthy relationship with this new person. Okay. All right. Let's pull some cards for your person. Okay. So when it comes to your person, look, see, you're coming into union, okay? This person is going through an awakening, all right? And they're healing. They may be getting their chakras together. They're doing a lot of different things and, you know, learning from the lessons that they learned, all right? And then we've got bickering showing up here. So I feel like in the last connection or last few connections this person was in, there was a lot of fighting, a lot of arguing, a lot of, you know, tongue wagging, a lot of people, you know, talking to each other, calling them out their name, you know, calling each other out, out of each other's name. Let me say that. You're speaking, but neither of you is listening. The real problem isn't what you're fighting about. It's how you're fighting. See? So that's what I'm picking up. So this person is trying to put all this shit to bed because they don't want to bring any of these bad habits, these relationship bad habits into this connection with you. And I feel like that is what Spirit is asking you to do as well. Okay. All right. So let's get some messages from Spirit, see what else they want to tell you. And then we're going to get a message from your person. So we have fairy wings showing up here. It says, my inner child is happy and carefree. Do you ever feel like a lost child wandering aimlessly through life? Do you feel like you've forgotten how to be truly happy and carefree? The angels ask you to play, have fun, and let go of the adult seriousness you've been carrying around. So this is about you playing, enjoying your life. Like I said, I'm not telling you don't think about this new person and don't, you know, to not fantasize and have your thoughts about them and stuff like that. But what I am telling you is don't make this person the center of your world right now. Because right now, you need to be the center of your world. You need to be making sure that Pisces is okay and Pisces is going to be ready to go when this person comes in. Because remember, I told you they're going to come in out of nowhere with the Knight of Swords, right? Okay, so let's get some messages from your person. Okay, so we got two cards here. We have promise, okay? And then we have love, all right? So promise says, I want to make a commitment. I wish you knew just how special you are to me. It kills me not to be able to tell you. You amaze me with your compassion and kindness through this time apart. I promise I will make things right between us, okay? So this person's going to come in, and like I said, it's going to be somebody when the two of you, you know, disagree about something, they're going to be trying to fix it. It's not going to be a thing where they're going to be calling you every name under the sun and, you know, trying to drag you some type of way, you know, abusively or something like that. It's not that type of thing. This person has been through all of that and they don't want no more of it. And I feel like you don't either. Okay. So then we have love showing up here. It says, I want to make love to you to which you've never experienced before. I want intimacy in every way possible with you. I just want us to know each other like no one else before us has ever known. Your touch, your voice really heals me. Okay, so this is going to be a very healing connection for both of you. Okay, you are going to help each other, like I said, clear up whatever residue is left over from the things that you've healed, you know, independently of the connection. Okay, all right, so let's get a few more messages and then we'll get some oracle cards from Spirit. Okay, so here we go. Okay, it says my higher self is with you every single day. So like I said, you know, Your higher selves are working together. It's not just your spiritual team. Your higher selves are working together to bring this through as well. So it's like, you know, your higher self is watching you, their higher self is watching them, and then the two of them are working together to make sure that everything aligns when the two of you are supposed to come together. And it says, please don't feel disappointed with me, okay? And then we have, I can feel your energy around me every day. So like I said, I know y'all can feel your person because I can feel mine, okay? I can feel, you know, when they send me certain, when I hear certain songs and things like that, I know who it's from. I know where it's coming from. We have a telepathic link, a telepathic bond, and you have that with your person as well, okay? All right, so let's get these Black Hollywood Romance Stars Oracle cards and see what else Spirit wants to tell you about the reading. Okay, so we have, okay, third party. It says there's something or someone that is affecting your relationship. It's time to address it. So this is the energy of that other fucking person from the past that needs to leave your energy so you can be in this connection. Because I told you this person is trying to stop the two of you from coming together because they want you to be available for them whenever the fuck they want. You know, they want you there. Hold on one second. Y'all know when I read, my nose starts to run. Okay, then we've got Sweet Song here. Okay, it says, soulmates often use music and songs as a telepathic aid in order to share spiritual messages and emotions with each other. I just talked to you about that, right? So when you get certain songs, especially when you ain't thinking about your soulmate and all of a sudden something comes into your mind and you got to think about the lyrics and think about what's being said to you. Because you can get messages from the ex too, because I still get them too, and I'm like, ugh, you know, don't nobody want that, send it back. I don't want it. But I'm saying all of this to say, you know, just because you're not together with this person in the 3D, it doesn't mean you're not together, because they communicating with you. They're communicating with you. They know you there. They got feelings for you. You got feelings for them. Okay? All right, Pisces, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Love y'all. Bye.